My name is Bruce, and this video is how to do a tune-up on a Jaguar X type. You will need a socket wrench, 7mm, an 8mm, 10mm, and I prefer to use this handheld screwdriver socket tool. This does a great job of getting into tight spaces. There are several bolts you'll need to remove from the manifold. As you can see from this side on the left, there are two bolts here. This is the first bolt, it's on the second row, and then there's additionally a bolt here on the first row, on the front. Then across the front, there are three more bolts, which you can see here. And then we go to the back row, and you can see here this one on the back row. And finally we get behind the manifold, here on the driver's side. You can see this bolt clearly. And again, on the passenger side, if we look over here, you can see this bolt quite clearly. And this is easy to see the two on the back here. There is a third, however, that's quite hidden on the back, and here it is, easily accessed with extension, but not so easy to see to get started. Right side of the manifold, it's easy to get to. Now we'll start with a 7mm, and we will take the air cleaner off. This is done quite easily. I don't think you need much explanation. Then you need to remove these electric clips, including this one on the top and the two on the side. And then take a 10mm socket and remove all the bolts holding the manifold on, including these three difficult ones here on the back. And the hardest one, again, like I stated, is this third one down low. Here I took a picture of it where it was partially out so you could see where it is. Now that you have the bolts removed, you can lift up the manifold and hold it in place with a bungee cord like this so that you can have adequate space to get to work. Now these are the coils. There's three coils on the left side and then three coils on the right side. Then the intake manifold gaskets are here underneath. And you should change these when you remove the manifold. Unless they're relatively new, then you could probably reuse them, but most times you should change them. You need an 8mm socket to remove the coils. And so you can go ahead and take out all 6 coils, and that will expose to you the spark plugs. You can of course change then the plugs and the coils quite easily. Now before you put the manifold back down, you should clear the manifold edges from any debris, wipe them down, get a nice clean surface so that it'll seat good, and then you can bolt it back down. Now before I put it down, I want to show you the bolts that are hidden. You can see here from the back side that the lower bolt lines up pretty much with the upper bolt. So if you're looking for it, it's lined up. So with the car foot all back together, that's it. Now you can see it runs and everything's excellent. This whole project took just over an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. So don't pay a garage 3 hours or 4 hours at $100 an hour. You can do this yourself.